Hello everybody, welcome to my Final Fantasy XIV guide for the Catch of the Siegfried, the new Blue Mage fight. I'm breaking away from my usual content here to do this one. These are puzzle fights, so spoilers obviously are involved as I explain how the fight works and what spells to bring, so if you're not after that, you should look away. Everyone else though, looking to learn this fight, welcome. Let's go over what spells we need. We're starting from most important down, so Exuviation is essential here. This boss does a bind to you to hold you in place while it drops a bunch of damage on your head. Exuviation will break that bind, and it can heal a little bit. You can buff the heal, we'll talk about that later. But you definitely want to bring that one. You're going to need some DPS. Sonic Boom is going to help a lot with that. It reaches the whole arena. You need wind anyway for later in the fight, so it's really good. I recommend it as the primary source of damage. Unfortunately, the boss also does a reflection magic barrier thing, so you're going to need to bring physical damage as well. Sharpened Knife is the best of those, I think. The range on it isn't great, though. Drill Cannons has good range if you're looking for an alternative with range. Sharpened Knife does just fine, though. The Reflect only lasts 30 seconds. Northerlies and Bomb Toss you're going to want to bring because there's elemental damage involved. You're going to need to solve those problems. Those aren't great spells. They're the best that there are, though. You could bring Flamethrower instead of Bomb Toss. Some nice to haves, Eruption and Glass Dance, because they help that problem. They bring in ice and fire, and you can combine the two of those cooldowns with those spells to help out a lot. Ethereal Mimicry, if you have it, you can use the buff. You can go in as a healer, and Exuviation will heal so much that you won't need to bring White Wind. You could bring the DPS instead if you wanted, but I recommend this. Well, let's jump right in and see what Siegfried has going on. I'm wearing the Shire gear, by the way. Tombstone gear. It's really good. You should probably pick that up before you come in here. And also I'm using Song of the Torment for bonus damage when I can. Put a little dot on him. He starts off by putting up that magic barrier, so pay attention to his buffs. You'll see it. It sets magic damage coming in to 0 and also reflects. You can see it hit me there for Sonic Boom a little bit. I need to switch to Sharpened Knife. He bound me, so I need to cast Exuviation to get out of that, or he'll drop a big old target on my head. The spell he's using, Hyperdrive, is 4 circles. The first one's really slow, the next 3 are way faster, so you need to keep moving at this point. And since he's making me use Sharpened Knife, it's hard to hit him. This is where Drill Cannon would be handy. I mess up and use Sonic Boom and ate another one. Magitech Explosives. 8 bombs on a field for 9. The 9th spot is where you want to be, but he's shooting Rubber Bullet. He shoots it every time. It shoves you really far. So what you actually need to do is get between him and that opening, and he'll shove you into that opening. If you're too far, he'll shove you into the electricity. So be careful about that. The electricity hurts a lot, and you can't really take that kind of damage. 2 of those and you're dead. That's all he's got in phase 1, so let's speed up this fight. There's really not anything else here except for repetition. Just keep on repeating that. Dodging bombs. Not getting bound too much. Exuviation getting you out of that jam. It's got a lot of HP that you'll just have to burn down while you carefully dodge all these things. None of this is too dangerous. You can probably take a couple hits. You could use Diamondback even to absorb the Hyperdrive if you wanted to. It's not going to kill you probably. The only real big threat is getting thrown into the electricity or getting hit by multiple bombs. And that is Act 1. Let's see what Part 2 is in store. This phase is wildly different, but it's actually a little bit easier. Definitely want to learn these attacks as well, though. He's going to open up with a skill that he uses way too much. Yeah, it's not good for him. Law of the Torch. It's got huge openings. You can go to the sides of it, but you could just sit between the rays and evade it that way if you want. Swift Steel and Spark Steel are his dangerous moves. Swift Steel here, he drops circles randomly. You want to get between them because he also shoves you and you need to run back in. But in the case of the left and right here, I wouldn't have been able to run in very well because of the shove and the way they're guarding the edge of the circle. Spark Steel and the skills following it are a bunch of explosions. You need to get out of the way of these. These really hurt. They're dangerous. And then there's the ice. The ice happens last. You can see there's an opening in the ice. I got lucky here. I'm in the opening already. Get on the edge and as close to the center of that as you can or you're going to get frozen. It's not a terrible freeze. It's less dangerous than the bombs. In fact, in phase 2 here, even if you get frozen, you're probably still not going to take damage. What you would take damage from is this attack, and it's not that painful. But that's how you dodge the freeze. You just keep an eye out for the opening in the ice and head there. But you head there after the bombs. Those take priority. They hurt too much. You do not want to absorb those. Phase 2 is really easy, mostly because he really likes this skill. He just won't stop using it. He uses it like 6 times in a row as part of his loop, and it just gives you a huge opportunity to do a ton of damage to him before he starts up Swift Still again. And you have to prepare for that ice. Here's the circle. I'm purposely delaying my damage here to try and show you an actual ice dodge because I didn't really have to do much last time. I got lucky with the positioning of the attack. It's random. So here it is. I need to run through the bombs carefully. These are bigger ice attacks than they look. I've been frozen pretty far away from them, so watch out for those. That's Act 2 already over. Act 3 is very dangerous, and we're going to need to break out our other spells for Act 3 as well, so it's going to get more complicated real quick. Here we go. He's starting with the magic barrier, so right away I'm switching into other stuff, but that's going to get delayed too because he's going to use a new move. He's going to summon himself, and he has a marker over his head that says ice, so Last Dance, and then I would recommend Quick Cast. Just throw some Northerlies at him. It takes a little bit of effort to kill him. You don't have to kill him, I should note that. If you let this minion go, it's going to make the fight a lot harder to dodge, but you can dodge it. You can dodge all of this, and this minion will go away after a time. You don't have to kill him if you don't want to. You can keep on hitting the main boss if you like. They're just recycling the old moves, except now that his minion's here, they do it together, and that's where the danger comes in. When you're trying to dodge ice and bombs and all the torch all at once, that's when things get a little hectic. So killing the minions certainly helps. It doesn't take a lot. It doesn't have a lot of HP. The weakness is strong. The weakness is the only way to hurt it also. It's immune to other things. You can't really do anything to him. This one's wind, and wind is extremely easy to deal with. Sonic Boom makes short work of this guy. So the second one is free. The third one is fire, and that one's the really scary part. If you can beat the third one, you probably have this fight down because there's not a whole lot left after the minion's dead. I think that he summons these on a clock, so since I killed his second minion so fast, I have a lot of time left to beat up on him a little bit. The problem with the third minion that makes it really dangerous is there's not really a good way to kill it quickly. You can use Eruption with a bomb toss on Swiftcast and hit it, but it probably will live through that, and it's going to use its move, and its move, unfortunately, is the ice. And the ice is very dangerous now. If you get frozen this time, there's a good chance you're not going to survive. Here's me trying to kill it. But I'd rather absorb this hit than be frozen this time, because the two of them together while I'm frozen could mess me up. I can throw some bomb tosses at him and try and finish him off. Okay, we're in really good shape now with that minion dead. Siegfried has nothing left, really. He's back to phase 1 is what he is. He's going to mix up phase 1 and phase 2 here, but ultimately those 3 minions are what really sells this as a tough battle. And now that they're gone, we're just doing DPS. He brings the bombs back at this point. It's been a while since we saw those. Same exact thing as before, rubber bullets, and he doesn't have anything new. This is why it's important that you just know how these moves work. And just chip him down and get rid of his HP. This is a long fight. The recommended time for it is like 8 minutes. The good time is 6.5, which I don't get here. I wasn't really rushing it, but I'm sure you could squeeze out more damage than I'm doing. I could come in with the DPS Mimicry for one and get that crit rate. Didn't really need to heal too much. I'm absolutely going to get frozen here. So here we can see how far the range on these is. Yeah, that's not good enough. You got to get really far away from those. That being said, yeah, you can absolutely still dodge. Well, that's Siegfried. I'm gonna start working on the other ones. I hope you all enjoy the video and have a good time with Blue Mage. Enjoy your pretty ugly bandana reward.